Today, I'm going to be taking you guys on a bee removal. And that's going to involve a little bit of prep for me. And I have a couple problems that I'll have to solve in order to have that be successful. The first problem that I need to solve is I only have 2 nooks, which are 5-frame beehives. And unfortunately, I put one nook with bees in it on top of another empty one. So I need to remove the empty one. Has bees in it. This box has bees in it, and this box is empty. So I need this box so I can use it today. I also want to give you guys a little update on all of the beehives. I currently have 4, and I want to just share with you the story of each of them. This beehive is my biggest beehive, and I got this for free from a beekeeper that was getting out of beekeeping. And I loaded it on a trailer and brought it home, and it has been nothing but a powerhouse when it comes to the bees. Okay, this beehive right here came out of an owl box. I removed them roughly 2 weeks ago, and they have been working. They've been getting it done. They've acclimatized to their new box and have been doing great. We love these bees. They're super friendly, super gentle, as you can see, no suit. So these bees are my swarm bees. I captured them. I got a call from a Facebook person, and they had some bees that were setting up shop underneath their trailer, and I was able to capture them before they built comb. And also another powerhouse when it comes to bees. This swarm was massive. I mean, it doesn't show right now, but I'll see if I can get a shot here in the evening for you guys of those bees when they are all bearded. And these bees I call my composter bees. They had set up shop inside of a composter. The composter is actually right over there. I'll show you guys. And they have also done quite well. I started them in one of the 5-frame nooks, and they were able to build it out, and I've upgraded them to this bigger box, and they are also doing quite well. They're a little low on bee production, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but I do need to get in here and inspect and see why they aren't producing as many bees, or if they're just a little slow. The queen's a little old or something. We'll see. But also, this hive is doing well. I just bumped them, so yeah, they're coming out to greet me. Okay, so now I will move this beehive off of where it is, and then get this bottom box out of here so that way I can use it today. One thing you might notice, or might not have noticed, is I have some of this red dust around here. It's cinnamon. I've heard that cinnamon deters the ants. I don't know how true that is. I still see ants that crawl up on the hive right over the cinnamon. So, medium effect, maybe. Not 100% sure. But we're going to go ahead and move this hive, and I'm going to try to be as gentle as I can with it. And of course, it's stuck to the hive underneath it. We're going to pick them up gently and then set them down right over here. Perfect. And this is the hive we need. It's empty, so we're going to take it with us. And I will put them right back here. Those bees that I captured today get captured. As you can see, no frames in here, so that's the next problem we're going to have to solve. Okay, so I'm going to grab like 3-ish, 4, I'll grab 5 frames. So I'll grab 5 frames. These already have a little bit of honeycomb on them, and we'll give these to the bees. And before I go out, I'll wrap these in rubber bands, so that way the comb that I extract out of the removal barely fits. The guy I got these from made these relatively tight for his measurements. It's not necessarily a problem, it just kind of makes it a little difficult to remove or add frames. Okay, so we have our 5 frames in here, and we're ready to go as far as the Nook box is concerned. And if you're wondering why I painted this pink, it is because that was the discount color at Home Depot. This is everything I plan to take with me on the bee removal. I like to take a white sheet. This just kind of helps put the bees on the sheet. It helps them find the hive, and they don't have to crawl through the grass as much. So they can get like a direct line into the hive. I find it's a cheap, easy way to do that. If you're catching a swarm, I like to put the sheet underneath the swarm, so that way the bees, same thing, don't have to crawl through the grass. I bring a crowbar, just in case you need to crowbar something. Hammer for hammering. And always take a bunch of rubber bands, more than what you think you need, and use those to secure the comb to the frame. 2 queen excluders. Sometimes I'll take more. You never know. There are those rare instances where you have a 2 queen hive and you'd never want one of these to break and then you be without one, because it's a recipe for a failed removal. But bee suit, of course, gloves. I take this burlap sack, as well as I have one other one that's not shown here, and I will wrap the hive in the burlap sack, and that just gives them a little bit of air, but they can't escape, so that way when I'm driving home with the bees, they ride in the car with me, they don't fly all over the place, but they still have airflow. I like taking this bucket. It has lots of little holes drilled into it, and it has a cone that allows the bees to go in but not come back out. So sometimes that can be a useful thing. Of course, the 5 frame hive that I've already shown you, the smoker, always make sure to fill it with fuel before you go and take extra fuel, and hive tool and lighter. And that's pretty much everything I will take and need for this removal. Okay, so the general plan is going to be to take this green thing, lift it up, and then put it into the bucket, and then take it over here where we are underneath the cover, and then move them over there and then put them into my 5 frame box. The frames are already set up, and it is raining, which is one of the worst times to do a bee removal, and we'll see what we can do. But in a residential neighborhood, so I have transported these bees over to the awning where it's not getting covered by rain, and we will be removing them and putting them into our box. Okay, so we have put the comb inside of the bee box. I did not capture that shot, but you can see these bees are fanning to tell all of the other bees that this is new home. I did not see the queen, and that's not uncommon, but I'm fairly certain she's in there. I saw lots of little baby bees getting born. So we'll wait here for a little bit and let as many bees as we can find their way to the box. I've got some of the bees that want to stay in the hole, and some of the bees that were making their way to the window, but the bulk of the bees have been moved, which is great. So now it's just a waiting game, waiting for everybody to find their way into the box. So far, so good. The thing I have done is place their hive right in front of where their old entrance was. It was right back there. This is what's left of their hive meter box. They had connected it right there. They'd gone into the holes. I'm trying to capture as many bees as I can. They're still signaling that this is new home, as you can see right there. And the bees are flying into the box. So it's kind of one of those things. How long do I want to wait? And how many bees am I actually saving by waiting longer? You can see here I did not put the sheet down, but there are a couple of bees that are kind of lost in the twigs and stuff, having a hard time finding their way into the hive. Okay, I've got my burlap sack here. We've got the bees. We're just getting a couple now coming and going, and we're gonna end up plugging up the front entrance and covering them with the burlap sack so that way they can't escape. And we'll take them on home and put them back in the apiary. Okay, I've got them all packed up in there, And now we're going to start the drive home. Well, this is not my favorite beekeeping weather. As you can see, it is coming down out there. We are getting a lot of rain. Hard to tell, but it is moister than an oyster. So I'm going to, probably without filming, get the bees into the backyard and get them out of their little burlap enclosure that they're in over there. Okay, we are back home, and the bees have found their place in the apiary. This is the box right here, and they are getting acclimatized. The rain has finally stopped, and the bees are coming and going, and like any removal, you're always going to lose a couple. We'll help them out and get this guy out of here. Oh, he's still kicking. He might be all right. We'll put him back. And that is the bees. The rest of the bees are doing well. Just rain, so everybody's inside. And that's just how it goes. This is definitely my smallest hive. And I'll have to do some checks and see if I might give them a frame of brood. So that way they can continue to survive.